So you are watching this video for probably one of two reasons. First, you feel tired constantly. It doesn't matter how much sleep you get, how good of sleep you get. At some point throughout the day or the entire day as a whole, you just feel absolutely exhausted. You can't get the motivation to do anything. You can't get up out of bed. You try to work and you just feel distracted constantly. Second, you are bored out of your mind and have nothing better to watch. Either way, I'm happy to have you here. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have figured out exactly why this is the case. Why you just feel tired no matter what. Why you can't get the energy or the focus to do anything. And I'm going to tell you why that is today and how it has helped me. Now, before we jump into this, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carson. I started this channel basically as a way to talk about the things I'm going through, the mistakes I'm making, in an effort to make sure you don't make those same mistakes and become the best version of yourself just a little bit faster. Now, our energy is this weird thing. Along with time, it's one of those things that feels finite, like we can only have so much of it. For me, I was always the type where it's like, okay, I need to be very cautious about the things that I'm doing in a given day because I get too tired, and at a certain point after I've done a certain amount of things, I just cannot do anymore. And it's true to an extent. But let me explain how our brains actually work at a very, very base level. So, this is, okay, I'm going to try to explain this the easiest way possible. And I'm sitting on my knees in my extremely messy room. Don't mind that. I'm going through a little renovation project, so just focus on me. So, our brains throughout the day accumulates almost like a little fog is the way I like to think about it. Every time we make a decision, every time that we have to do something, it lets a little bit more fog into our brain. Now, when we sleep, I like to think of sleep as a cleanser. That sleep is clearing out all of that fog from our brain and getting us back to a light, nice, clean slate. Like a very bright, sunny day, clear skies is how you wake up. You have a lot of mental capacity. You have a lot of focus that you can give. But as we go throughout that day, the next day, every decision that we make lets a little bit more fog, a little bit more junk roll in. And that fogs up our memory a little bit more. It takes away a little bit more of our energy. And this keeps repeating over and over and over throughout the day. And every little decision you make fogs up your brain more and more. So you might be asking, okay, well, that makes sense, right? It's pretty clear. But what do I do with that? I have to make decisions in a day. So how do I make these decisions without getting burnt out at 2 p.m. and not being able to focus anymore? Here's what I've done. So I want you to kind of follow along this process with me. We can go through it together. First things first, you need to look at your day. Think of the big decisions that you make every single day repeatedly. Is that what you're going to eat for breakfast? Is that what outfit you're going to wear for the day? Is that what time you're going to go to the gym? Is it what tasks you're going to focus on? Who you're going to talk to? Who you're going to hang out with? Look at all of the decisions that seem to repeat every single day. For me, that was, what am I going to wear in the morning? What is my morning going to look like? What's my routine going to be? What am I going to do first in my morning routine? What am I going to eat for breakfast? When am I going to get ready? When am I going to go to the gym? These are the things that every single day I thought about. So when I understood this concept of, okay, every time I make a decision, it clouds up my brain and removes some of that focus I can give to other decisions, I then understood I need to try to minimize the amount of decisions I make in a day. And this is what I'm going to help you do right now. So looking at these tasks, for a lot of you, it's going to start in the morning with what you're going to wear, when you're going to brush your teeth, what you're going to do first in the morning. Figure out how you can automate it and make it as autopilot as possible. How you can make it so it's like, okay, I just do this every single day. Or, okay, my outfit is sitting there laid out for me every day. Essentially, the goal is to minimize the amount of decisions we have to make in the day and really make our day as autopilot as possible. Because when we can do that, we get less what's called decision fatigue, where we're making these decisions and these decisions are clouding our brain. And it allows us to give our brain more clarity to make decisions that are going to further impact our life. Whether that be big decisions that are a one-off for work that you have to do, big decisions for a big needle mover or a relationship or a friendship. These big decisions that should be requiring or we should be allocating a lot of our focus and decision making to, but instead it's going to these little things like what to eat for breakfast. So I want you to look at your life. Look at the things that are taking up a majority of your decision making and figure out a way to automate that. For me, at nighttime, I like to set out my outfit for the next day. That way in the morning, I don't have to go looking through my clothes, thinking of what would look good for the day, thinking of what I have to do and what outfit will fit that. No, I walk into the closet when I wake up after I shower, I put on an outfit, and I am good to go for the day. It saves me maybe only 5 minutes, but the decision fatigue that I save from that, the smoothness of my mornings because of that, leads to much better results. So my challenge for you, look at your day and look at the places where you can minimize some of this decision fatigue. Basically just look at your life from this lens that I talked about. Knowing that every decision you make clouds your brain and wanting your brain to stay as clear as possible. Then you're going to have much more energy, you're going to have much more focus to be able to allocate to the things that are actually important. So just something I was thinking about while I was literally sitting here reorganizing my entire office. So I just popped out my camera and wanted to talk about it. So I hope it was helpful. But for those of you who are like, you know what, I'm ready to make this year a little better, who struggle with focus, struggle with energy, and just know you're destined for a little bit more, I want you to go down to the description of this video. It's going to take you to a little quiz. You can answer a few questions. It's completely free, and then it'll prompt you to join Elevate. Elevate is my community. There's a free version, there's a paid version, to be completely transparent, but inside even the free version, there's a mini series, like a mini challenge, I want you to think of it as. And you can go through that 5-part mini series. It's maybe an hour of content. You could whip it out in a day if you want to. But that will help you really get a lot of clarity on where you are now and the person you want to become. Clarity is extremely important if you want to make a change. So head down to the description. All in all, it's going to take 10 minutes to go through the quiz and get on to Elevate, make your account, all of that. And it's extremely beneficial. I'm inside of there multiple times a week answering questions you have directly. So it's a lot more help than these videos, I would say. So check it out if that's something you're interested in, if you think it'd be beneficial to you. If not, I'll see you in this next video next week. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I appreciate you spending your time with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.